good shave.
If you scratch freckles, it smells like cinnamon.
Do they?
Yeah, watch.
It smells like rubbing alcohol.
Or paprika. It depends
Hmm.
where your nationality or where
See, it would have been
your
good
origin
if we
is.
did R.L. Stein. That could have been the mole in his forehead.
Is there anything we can talk about? I know your other job's metal as hell.
We could. I just can't. I can discuss cases. I just can't give like
Names and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the name of the worst?
Yeah. What guy does this happen to?
Let's just find somebody named Gregory. What's the worst thing that happened to a Gregory?
List off all the social security numbers you know.
Yeah. If I know anyone who's died, it's definitely some.
Greg's are weak.
Yeah, Greg.
The Constitution's really poor.
Greg. I was gonna say Gregs have low HP.
Are you ready?
Always. This isn't gonna hurt, is it?
Probably. I had a weird eye problem this morning too, so this will be fun.
You had a weird what?
I had a weird eye problem this morning.
That's cool.
Yeah. So do you love curly? Is that why you're getting curly?
I was actually a funny thing. I was curly for Halloween in the 2nd grade, I
Wow.
think, because that's when Goosebumps decided, or was it 2nd or 3rd? That's when like marketing for them hit critical mass, and they were like, "Well, we have a haunted mask, but we need more."
Wait, they actually made a haunted mask like Halloween costume?
They did,
Yeah.
and it was like an actual. So the curly costume that I had was an actual like mask you could buy at like Party City.
You want to hear a horrible Halloween costume story from me?
Yes.
So I had a Grim Reaper like mask, right? And I was like, I'm gonna be a Grim Reaper, but I couldn't find any fucking black sheets. Am I allowed to swear? I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't find any sheets. So I found a bright yellow sheet. And I went out as a Grim Reaper, like a Grim Reaper head with like a bright yellow sheet around me. And then I went in the bushes to pee, and I peed all over my costume. But it was really early in the evening, so I smelled like pee, and I had a bright yellow sheet.
Yeah, who would know? Bright
Yeah.
yellow is the color to have. If you're gonna piss all over yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's that point where you're like, who cares? I'm getting free candy, like,
That's true.
you know. And what is somebody gonna say? Like, get out of here, kid! You smell like pee.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you're outside. Probably don't
Yeah.
get smelled of
Yeah,
it.
and they're like, well, why did you give that kid the full-size candy bar? And they're like, he smelled like pee. He needed it more than
yeah.
we did.
I mean, I was just this kid got some problems, you know. So.
So when it comes to like Halloween and I guess horror altogether, like you're a big horror fan.
Yeah, but I'm having problems with it. Like, I'm coming to terms with some stuff as of late. I watched the new Halloween and I was so disappointed. I was like, I think I'm done. I think my horror stopped at like 96, 97.
Really?
Yeah.
Just not into the new.
And not for any snobbish reasons, not because I'm a dick or anything like that. It's just like it's not the same anymore. I mean, I was raised in like Fangoria,
Yeah.
mid to late '80s like horror stuff. So I lived through like all the greatest stuff, and I don't know what happened. I think around the time when like the height of like Blockbuster. I think that's when it stopped, horror. Like, because everybody's putting out like right to video stuff, or like really bad sequels with like all these like movies. So,
Yeah. I mean, there's been some good stuff recently, but even some of the movies that get a lot of hype, I haven't really been too in on. I love Hereditary.
I didn't get all the way through that yet. But I have some hope. Like, I didn't see Mandy. I heard Mandy
that was
was really
crazy.
good. I heard that I know that was like Nicolas Cage, right?
Of course.
And then I watched. I thought It Follows was fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
It's
Man.
the STD of horror movies.
Yeah,
It really is.
I had to watch that scene where the dude was banging his mom over and over again because I didn't know what was going on.
What?
The dude is banging his mom, and it follows.
Yeah, like it took the form of his mom. It, like broke into his house.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
but they had their underwear on, but there's like electric things happening around their crotches and
Right. Yeah, and that's how it like sucks your soul out of your
yeah,
body.
through your crotch, I guess.
Through your crotch.
Yeah,
That's where my soul is. The
Right.
soul is stored in the balls.
Is that what it is?
Right next to the piss.
Right. So when I neutered my cats, they lost their souls. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes. That tracks.
Oh.
Did you guys see this movie on Netflix? Our buddy showed it to Lauren and I. Veronica.
No, what is that?
It's like based after this real life case in like Mexico City or something like that, where this girl died under mysterious circumstances after playing with a Ouija board.
Oh.
So, and the movie's fucking terrifying. It's exactly what I hate in a movie because I do believe in like ghosts and
Yeah,
demons.
it's
Like,
like-
I just
right.
get scared.
He also
Right.
hates South America. So
That's right.
I get the whole
Fear.
continent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just write it
Okay.
off.
Right.
Just split it and let it float up.
Gotcha,
the sea.
gotcha.
Yeah, but no, it's like, yeah, this girl plays with the Ouija board and then like her life devolves. So basically a demon comes and like just eats her soul.
Oh.
It's the most brutal, bleak
All right, so
movie I've ever seen.
classic demons.
when you say based on a true story, are we talking like, you know, like that movie with Liv Tyler where the guy comes to the house and they kill the whole family and stuff?
Oh, it's like the Stranger.
Yeah, they
or
say
something
that's
like
based on a true story, but the real story is some dude came to this guy's house and like knocked on the door and he got scared. And you like based the entire movie around that. Like, was there a really Ouija thing happening, or was
Yeah,
there...
like the girl. So the girl went to like it was a big deal because the girl went to an all Catholic school, like a religious school, and they went to the basement and they played with this Ouija board. And there was an incident with it where she like passed out or something like that. And that could just be it. And then
Right.
she had a medical issue.
Right, but then-
So she
days
was
later,
like
she died.
diabetic, and she needed a Snickers.
Right.
Yeah, it could be. But either way, it makes for a
Okay, do
good
they have
traumatization.
Snickers? Or was it a version of Snickers?
Low Snickers.
L Snickers.
Yeah.
So, do you mess with Ouija boards at all?
No.
Really?
I don't want them in the house.
Alright.
Well, this is the conversation we were having before. Do you believe in ghosts?
Me, flat out, no, I do not. I believe in, like, you know, I know ghosts are supposed to be like vibrations, right, or something like that. I believe that there's like maybe things that happen kind of between the lines, but an actual spooky ghost, no, I don't believe in that stuff. And I'll tell you, like, so my other job, I deal with a lot of like dead people, right?
Yeah.
And this is the analogy I tell everybody. So you always hear about like, oh, this ghost like was like wronged and they haunt this like house forever, or they got their head chopped off and they live here forever. But like I go into houses where like a lot of people died, like a hotel or something where there's like a lot of people died, and it's not like a bunch of like boring ghosts hanging out. Like, hey man, you know, wait for that like soda machine to get fixed, or wait for the ice machine to get fixed, or something like that. It's very mundane, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if a ghost is going to exist, it would exist there, not like haunting like a graveyard and all that kind of stuff. As far as I'm concerned. So.
It sounds like a shitty hotel if everybody's dying.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, man. You'd be
Like
surprised what's out there. It's gross, man. Everybody worries about bed bugs and stuff, but worry about like other like people dying here and stuff. So.
That's crazy.
Do you believe in ghosts?
That's like a weird question. See, like, because there's so many other things you have to think about.
Like Sasquatches and shit?
Well, no, I mean, like it's kind of like people are like, do you believe in God kind of thing? And it's just like, there's so many things. But with ghosts, I think I'm going to molder this and say I want to believe.
Oh, okay.
That's a good answer.
Do I believe that I've seen anything? Probably not.
Right.
I have family members that have, like, crazy stories.
Right.
I have
With your scientific mind, do you dissect those stories?
a little bit, but also one of the things that I believe plays an important part in every single ghost story is that kids are fucking creepy and crazy.
Okay.
So my father's cousin had a kid, and they moved into a house in a very, of course, like everywhere in Pennsylvania is just lousy with ghouls.
Right.
That place is founded upon just sadness and, like you were saying, like they died in a terrible passion. You just, as long as you die in Pennsylvania, it's terrible.
So you're trapped there, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
pretty much.
Okay.
So they bought this house that used to be a schoolyard. They learned much later. It was like an old school starring Will Ferrell. And so their son would just sit in his room and talk
Right.
at a really young age, like 2, 3.
Right.
Just sit and talk the whole time. And they come in and be like, who are you talking to? And he's like, nobody. I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't saying anything. So this happened for a very long time, and they would sit and listen to what he was saying, and he'd be calling and talking to somebody and calling them master. And this went on for like a very, very long time.
That sounds very metal.
It is, right? So they said this kid who's like just learning to talk would just talk to master this, like yes, master. One day they heard it going on. So my dad's cousin, he was doing the dishes right below the room, and his wife heard the kid talking to the master. Opened the door. She said saw a face on the corner, like a light face in the corner of the room, go out the window, like a light go out the window.
All right, that gave me some chills.
And
That's creepy.
he confirmed when she screamed, looked out the window and saw a face come, like in the glare, come through the window he was at right under.
Wait, the ghost went out and then came back in?
Yeah. Like back, like, because they were up
Why
and
would it
then
come
came
back
back.
in? Why would it come back in?
I don't know, but it's like a weird thing,
I
and
mean,
it's
that's
something,
creepy.
and hearing it from them, from like two adults,
Right.
that like as a kid hearing that, I think like they told me this, and I learned it when like I was probably like 13, 14, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And also because this was the old schoolhouse, and of course, like there are like people say, because they talk to everyone in the neighborhood, that like of course back in the day you called the schoolhouse, it was like the schoolmaster. So that's what they believed, like it was whoever like was the schoolmaster in this house or something. And then they moved, like worked on getting out and moved out of the house right then.
So there's two parts of that. So
Yeah.
that's a scary story. That's just
Yes,
a
it
creepy
is.
story. But why would that ghost hang out there? Like, what's the purpose of hanging out around the school? Like, why wouldn't he just go do whatever they do? You know?
Well, I mean, some people just hang out in places where they were important if they have nothing else, I guess.
So, I mean, are you gonna haunt Zap when you go? Are you gonna?
No, that's Corey's job.
job.
Where would you haunt?
Me?
Yeah.
I'd haunt the hood. I'd be the ghost of the hood, man.
Oh, you
That's what I
definitely
do.
would.
Yeah, man.
What kind of ghost hijinks would you get into in the hood?
I don't know, man. I'd be like, I'd robbing stuff.
You can take anything you want. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's gonna
You'd be
stop
like,
me?
What just happened? The police were like, I don't know, but all of a sudden a peach Arizona iced tea and a bag of Takis just flew out the door.
Yeah, man. Pickle sticks and stuff.
Matt, where would you haunt?
Probably your toilet.
Just like today, true.
Oh, wow. Did something happen?
I just want to eat all this waste.
I used to go to the California Pizza Kitchen bar a lot at my old job,
Yeah.
and I hated it. And I actually got the district manager there to confirm that if I die, I told them I wanted to be cremated in the pizza oven at California Pizza Kitchen,
Oh, wow.
and I wanted my remains to be put into a to-go box and frisbeed into the fountain at the mall.
Wow.
But I think a mall would be either the worst place to haunt or the most fun.
I mean, when's the last time you guys went to the mall?
Well, I avoid it like the plague.
When we worked there.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, we're talking the mall from like our youth when it was cool, or like the modern
Well, I don't know
mall?
if you get to like haunt in time.
Yeah, if you died, you get to haunt. Could you just go back and be like, you go back to like the mid '90s when like there's arcades and stuff?
I don't know. Maybe that's why there's so few ghosts now, because everyone's just like
Yeah, you're like,
nostalgic.
"Why?"
Do you think not believing in ghosts? Like, I don't know if I could do your other job,
Right.
dealing with dead bodies and stuff. Does that help?
It's not a symptom of it. It's just I just never did really. I never like I get more scared. When I was growing up, it wasn't ghosts, it was aliens. Like aliens scared the shit out of me growing up. Like watching like Fire in the Sky and like you ever see Comedians with
Yeah.
that Christopher Walken where you see like aliens and stuff. Like all that stuff scared the crap. I can watch X-Files and stuff. Like that bugged me out really bad. But no, I don't think it does that. And watching zombie movies and all that stuff doesn't really affect
Yeah.
that either. Like that's all. You know.
Matt, you have a ghost story that we told on the podcast. He tell Lou. Let Lou get a taste.
It's hard because my wife's in the room and she's
Anti-ghost and
a hard
anti-fun.
skeptic. And every time I tell the story, she swats it down. But we were in Salem, Massachusetts, and we stayed there a bunch of times. This old hotel called the Hawthorne Hotel.
And what is it advertised as being?
It's advertised as being haunted, and like.
Why would you stay there?
Yeah, why would they make that up?
Well,
That would be false advertising. Like, it's not like a hotel could be like, we have a pool, and then they're like, oh no, we lied.
they said like a lot of the activity is concentrated on the one floor. So if you buy into this premise, then you're like then don't stay on that floor. Anyway.
Right.
But
What,
also
if you're,
it's like,
scared or something?
what's that?
What, if you're like scared or something?
Yeah,
Or
if that's a
like-
concern for you. But then also like that implies that the staff understands like the metaphysical realm. And like if you're buying into this
Right,
premise,
right.
then it's like, how do you know like the rules of ghosts?
Right.
Like they only stay on the fifth floor.
TripAdvisor says it's an 8 on the haunted scale. It's got
But
8 skulls.
But it is
Oh
like
my god, is that a real thing?
No, I made it up, but I want that to be real.
it's from the whatever early 1900s, blah blah blah.
Right.
And no, it's just I woke up in the middle of the night and I heard what sounded like the hangers in the closet scraping across the rail.
Right.
That's basically it, but it was terrifying. And I didn't move or look up in fear that something would manifest or be there.
Was this the whole point though? Is to like watch something manifest and be
I
there?
don't want to. Like that's the tragedy here is that I believe in it and I don't want to.
Right, like if like I gotta believe in Sasquatches, and if I was in the woods, I'd be scared shitless to see a Sasquatch, but
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck is a Sasquatch?
Yeah.
So,
I don't want any part of it. Like I don't know. I
so
think
what do you think it was? Like, you think it was a ghost servant? You think it was a half ghost with no lower body?
I don't
Was it
know.
Slimer? Like, what are you talking? Like,
I did find some hot dogs.
like residue?
Yeah.
There was a wedding that night that went really long,
Right.
and I think that
It
it
was a drunken
the
party
people in the next room because it's a very old hotel
Right.
and the walls are super thin. And
Oh,
if
so it
you
was-
are awoken in the middle of the night, you're not in the right frame of mind.
Yeah.
So I believe that you might like manifest, you know,
So
your
you're
own
saying
thing.
it's the ghosts in the other room moving it.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're able to hear it.
And why were they doing it in the closet, moving hangers around? Like,
I don't think there's a sense to any of it. Like I don't think there's a.
so it's just madness.
Yeah, I think it's like I don't know. It could depend, but I think if you talk about ghosts broadly, it's just energy in one way or
Right.
another. So like, it's gonna do whatever, whenever it can.
Right.
I imagine there's a whole bunch of ghosts all standing around you, and they're all creepy sailing gear. And they're just like, hey, watch this out, check this out, check this out. And it's like, yeah.
Poking each other in the ribs.
And then they're like, eh.
Look, he won't open his eyes, he won't open his eyes. So this isn't a ghost story, but it's kind of like that. My last apartment, there was always squirrels hanging out everywhere. So I used to put cereal outside to try to get the squirrels to come in the house and hang out. And and I would like kick cereal out and I'd sing to the squirrels, leave the window open, but they would come in the apartment. So then found out that my downstairs neighbors, the squirrels were coming into the house and chewing through the walls, and they were coming through. And they're like, did you get squirrels in your apartment? I'm like, no, I don't know. I never saw squirrels. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So then the exterminator came and fucking killed all the squirrels.
Oh.
So I was responsible for a mass squirrel.
Right. The opposite of what you were trying to do.
Exactly.
Daddy.
Nice. I forgot some colors. So
Yeah, don't worry
take a
about it.
breather there, sir.
Okay.
I think we got enough. You're like a better interviewer than we could ever be.
That's just by habit, man. This is my job. All
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Talking big about shit.
Do most people chat, or do they want to like shut out?
Even if they want to be quiet, I can't tell myself.
Yeah.
I just
You don't have a
talk.
choice, do you?
And if you don't talk to me, I'll just tell you horrible fucking stories at myself all day. So this is really cool. You guys came out and did this. It makes me very excited.
Yeah, thanks for doing it.
Yeah, man.
We need to do more. Well, we'll definitely. If you want to read a book and beyond, that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
We're always looking for guests to do
What,
like,
a read
the
a
actual
book?
The hardest, well, for the podcast, like read a book and beyond.
Talk about it.
Oh, really? Are you guys having a hard time getting guests?
No, we just like ask around people.